Hi everyone, welcome to the grammar series. This is episode 6 and today we're going to learn about past continuous. So past continuous is used to talk about something or action that was ongoing on the past. Something that was happening but in the past. And it also can be used to talk about two actions or two things that was happening at the same time in the past. And it also can be used to talk about actions that was interrupted by another actions. Okay, let's discuss one by one. The first usage is about to talk about something that was ongoing in the past, action that was happening in the past. So it is like something that is exactly happening in that time but in the past. For example, I was walking in the park last year. I was living here last years. I was eating ramen there 2 years ago. So that was happening ongoing, but in the past. And then the second usage is about to talk about two things, two actions in the same time in the past. For example, while I am recording video, my baby, sorry, not am. When I was recording video, my baby was coming to my room. When I was sleeping, my husband was knocking the door. When I was opening the window, he was singing in outside. When I was cleaning home, my baby was coming. When I was cooking, my neighbor was shouting. When I was watering flower, you were crossing the street. So it's about two things happen in the same time. So we use while and we use subject was or were plus verb in, and we use in the same sentence also some pattern of sentence. Subject was were verb in object also repeat subject was were verb in object. Yeah, that is two actions that was happening in the same time. And how about how to make sentence when there was action happened but interrupted by another actions? We can make a sentence like this. When I was cooking, you called me by phone. So the pattern of sentence will be like subject was were plus verb in plus object, and then subject past tense verb to. I will give you example. It's pretty easy. Like when I was washing the dishes, you were there. When I was cooking, my guest shouted in front of the door. When I was praying, my baby screamed. When I was jogging, you saw me. So we use in the first sentence we use when subject was were verb in, and then in the second sentence we use subject and verb to. We use past tense. The first sentence we use past continuous, and in second sentence we use past tense. It's interrupted by another actions. Okay, that's clear. We use was were verb in the past continuous. It's something that was happening in the past or something actions that was ongoing in the past. Then for the negative form, we can add not after was or were. For example, they were not playing video games when I come there. How to make verb questions? We can use sentence like this. Was it raining this morning? Was it raining last night? So we can use was were in the first sentence, I mean in the beginning of sentence, and then subject she, he, it, are you with there, and then verb in, and then object. And we can answer like, for example, was it raining last night? Yes, it was. And if it is no, no, it wasn't. Another example, were they talking about myself behind my back? Were they watching televisions last night? Were you coming to that house yesterday? Were you cooking the noodle last night? Were you coming to your auntie house? So the pattern or the formula is was, were, subject, and then verb ing, and then object. Okay. How to make WH questions? So to make WH questions, we can make question like this. Why was she crying after finish the book? So we use when, who, where, when, why, or how, WH question, WH in the beginning sentence, and then we add was or where, depend on the subject, and then the subject, and then verb ing. For another example, why was he laughing after watching the cartoon? Why was she crying after reading novel? Read novel. What were they doing last night? What were they doing? So WH questions in the beginning, or WH words in the beginning, and then was or were, and then subject, and then verb ing. Alright, that's all about the past continuous. I hope you understand easily, and after this I would like to give you a quiz. Thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye bye.